everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and this is Morley Smith, and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch. And at The Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Right guys, I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Whatever you may be doing, crafting or spending time with your family or going out shopping or for Christmas presents, who knows, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a lovely friend here on Saturday, Colette, where I gave her a little tutorial. She's a friend of mine on bow making, and all we did was natter, all about flowers and ribbons. So I was in the middle of doing a project. I haven't finished it, using one of those gems. I'll do a swag in pink and silver. I'll show it you at the end. But I've had a request of a lovely sweet lady called Mary Kelly, and she was wondering if I could do a Christmas saddle, grave saddle arrangement for her. She's seen the video on the one that I did earlier on this year in yellows, and she's wanting one to be done in Christmas arrangements. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to go fulfill the lady's wishes. So, and I hope you're all right, Mary, and I hope you're going to enjoy the video, and it's going to give you a bit of inspiration and some ideas on what you could do. So first of all, we're not going to do a bow today. If you can hear a noise in the background, guys, it's my heater. It is very cold here in the UK where I'm living, and perhaps where other people are. We are going to be getting snow, so that's how cold it is. So it's going to go down to -1. I know some people maybe, you know, if they live in a cold country, used to that temperature. I don't like it. I tend to hibernate, so, and Molly does too. So what I've done, I do buy a big box of one big block. It's not being cut out, it's just one big block of dried floral foam, and I use that for things like this because the normal brick foam isn't long enough. So for things like this or bespoke arrangements that I'm doing and I need longer foam, that's why I have that in a box spare for projects like that. So I've cut some off, and this is just at 10.5 inches. So, and I've cut it to 1.5 inch. So that's 1.5 inch and 10.5 inch. And the saddle, because it usually does come with foam. It comes with foam that I've purchased anyway for real flowers. I used to do it for real flowers, but because I do artificial and I love it, I'm not placing it on. I'm going to put some dried foam on. So I've taken the green foam oasis away. So that is the actual saddle, and you bend over the legs downwards. I'll do it now. No, I'll do it after I've placed the foam on, because then I get a better idea. But you bend them downwards so far, not all the way, and then when you take them to the graveside and place them on top of the gravestone, you then carry on bending the legs of it to fit tightly to the gravestone. You can get these from eBay. I've got this one off eBay. I think you can get a pack of 2 as well. They're not expensive. I think this was in English money around £6 something, nearly £7. So I don't know how much they'd be in the American money, or you know, Canadian or German money, but you can get them anywhere. if you just go on Google or eBay or even Amazon and place in graveside saddle or frame, and it should come up. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to place the camera down when we work because I need to be on the flat surface. I'm going to cover the foam in wreath wrap. Because it's going outside, I need to protect the dry foam from getting wet and crumbling. So that is what we're going to do. So I've got floral pins out as well, or moss pins as we tend to call them here. So for our foliage, again, I'm just going to do a traditional one. I'm not going to do, you know, a whimsical one again, because Mary didn't ask for anything like that. So I'm going to play it safe and just do, as she didn't state what she'd like, what style. So I'm going to play it safe and just do a traditional. So I've got out these rubber textured fern. I love these. They do come in a pack on single stems, and the stems are extremely thin. So if you'd either want to place a pick on them for a bit more strength, you can, or just use them as they are. But they will be okay to use them as they are because they will be surrounded by other foliage. I have got out some boxwood. Now I want this because it's, oh, I keep catching myself, because it's a lovely, and it's an all year round foliage. Oh, I've got some bits that I've noticed have fell off, but it's an all year round foliage. You can use it on absolutely anything. It's not a seasonal foliage. Oh, I keep pulling them off, guys. It's not a seasonal foliage like you would if you perhaps had pine or needles or something like that. I'll have to find where they go. So you can use it on anything, and because it's quite wispy, you know, boxwood, and it's only the small boxwood. I didn't, oh, another one. I didn't go for the bigger leaf. I just wanted the smaller leaf for the movement. So we've got that. I haven't counted out. I haven't fully prepared today, guys, so my apologies. I've got out and I've cut down some more of fresh stems, some of my conifer as well, or cypress leaves or cedar leaves, whichever you can get, it doesn't matter. So they'll all still look beautiful. So I've got those with I find a very Christmassy look, even though the conifer is also an all year round like tree in the UK. We tend to have them on our gardens and use them as a border to give us height for privacy. I also have got like a sagey green cypress leaves out as well. I want to add some of those in to give a different tone of green. It's not much different, but it's like a bluey green, but I want to just add some of those in as well. Now I've also got out my elephant ears, the variegated ones, and I want to place these around the bottom of the grave saddle because I want that for the more of a solid leaf for the support, even though it's not really going to need support because they're all going to be glued in. But you know, when it was fresh flowers, you'd do that, or real flowers, you'd do that for the support of the flowers above. So I'm going to go for a wider leaf. So I have got out my elephant ears for that, just to go around the perimeter at the bottom. I've also got out now my ficus. You haven't seen me use this for a while, but I mean I do have lots of it. So but with it being variegated as well, I thought for that Christmassy look, so it could represent a little bit like snow just falling on the edges of, or the tips of the leaves. So I've got 3 big stems out of those. I may not use them all, but I've just got 3 out. If I need any more, I'll grab some. Now these fell off the shelf. Excuse me, guys, I've still got the cold. these fell off the shelf and I don't know, out of the bunch. So I thought, well, I'll put these in. You know, we'll put these in again. These are flocked foxtail fern, and they are on a bunch. I've taken them off the bunch individually and placed a pick on by themselves, so it goes further. Now I have got out some mountain pine. I haven't counted how many. I just grabbed an handful out of the bag. Again, guys, I've had people asking me where to get this from. Now I got this off a Temu, or I don't know how in the States you pronounce it. Is it Timu or Temu? I'm not sure. Temu. And it is the 9-inch one. And I still to this day, this must be about 5 weeks I've been trying, I still cannot get hold of it. It has sold out, so it doesn't state whether they're not getting any more in. So once I've used all of it and it's gone, then it's gone. So I'm trying not to use it as much. I have looked at other ones where you can buy them on a garland, where the mountain pine is this long. So I bought a garland and I have been snipping them off the garland as well. I have got a few bits of ivy, maybe for filler, perhaps around the inside or around the bottom. So I've just got the dark green one out. What I also got from a garland, I brought a 9-foot garland and I took 2 leaves off and placed 2 on a pick, and I did them individually on my own picks again, so it goes further. Now I've got some holly out. I've got 2 different sorts. I've got the holly, I like this one. I've got the holly with the berries with the like a limey green edging, and then I've got this one with the white edging with the berries as well. So I may use bits. I've only taken off 4 pieces of this because I don't know if I'm going to use holly, or I just whoopsie as we go along. Now I've got these berries. I've got another bunch of berries. So I've got these berries. These have got a mixture of different berries in them. So I've got those. Some have got a bit of foliage on and some haven't. But then I've also got these berries where they've got a bit of, I think it's holly as well, with a cluster of berries and just a couple of single berries and some pine. Now I can't remember where I got these, guys. I really truly can't. If I could, I'd let you know. But I'm sure if you typed in Google or something, you know, berry picks, red berry picks with foliage, it may, you know, I think you'd get it come up. But I've only got 5 of these left out of these. I did have quite a few, but we've got those as well. I've got out some of my pine cones. If I need any more, I'll just grab some. They're only under here. So I've got out pine cones as well. And for our floral, I am only going to use red poinsettia. Now I've only got out 10 of these because, again, I don't want to flourish it with lots of floral. I want it to have that woody Christmas effect. It's got a little bit of glitter in, not a lot, but it's got glittered holly leaves and a bit of glittered, I think, fern in it. But other than that, there is no other glitter, guys. I haven't got any flocked pine needles out either, but if you wish, you could spray them with either white floral spray, or even get a spray that is a snow spray, where you spray it and it looks like snow when it, you know, goes onto your foliage. But I haven't done that today. So that is what we've got, guys. And I've got my cat, which it was over there lying down, guys, doing nothing, slowly falling asleep. And as soon as I start the videos and he hears me speak, he comes alive. So let's get all these. He'll have to move because he's in my way, because I've got a lot of things here. I don't like things near me because I'd rather you was able to see what I'm doing. So, oh, my coffee, and I've got a cup of coffee to keep my little pinkies warm. Right, let me just get everything here that I'm gonna need. The scissors. I've got some tie wraps as well, or cable ties, just in case I want to hold the foam over the frame tighter, because sometimes I would place that on, oops a daisy, and go around the frame, but then when you hit where the legs are, you can't go around. So I prefer to do this and cover this first, place it on, and then cable tie it on, just so I then, you know, peace of mind, I know it's secure. So if there's strong winds, it's not going to come off. So let me just alter the camera, guys. So let's see. There he is, look. I may have to come back a bit because once it starts to get higher, you perhaps won't be able to see. I'll have to check the camera again. I wish I'd got an automatic control button. Oh, I know. Oh, God, you're heavy. Go on your blanket, because you're going to be in my way. So, now this is wreath wrap. You can buy this anywhere. It's just plastic, but it's brilliant for things that go outside to cover your foam. Or if you haven't got it and you've got moss, use moss as well. So I'm going to get the floral pins and I'm going to go over. I'm going to overlap slightly by about halfway of the width of the wreath wrap, and I'm going to just bend it over the corner because I want my corners covering. And you can get this wreath wrap. I buy this from Amazon, guys. I know you could get it elsewhere, but with Amazon, you delivery, you know, it comes the next day, especially if you've got Amazon Prime, and if you're in need of it urgently. And it's not expensive. So I'm going to go pull it just slightly, give it a little bit of some torque on it, go over that side, and to keep that side in from moving as well, I'm just going to place a floral pin in there. So as you can see, it's overlapped the edge by about halfway of the wreath wrap. Then I'm just going to go round and overlap that one slightly because I don't want any moisture or water getting in, and then just keep going round. Just keep giving it a little bit of a pull so it's nice and tight. You don't want it loosey-goosey. And then as you're coming near to the edge, make sure you're overlapping it as well. And if you feel that it may come off, again, for a bit of security, hold it in with a floral pin. Or if you haven't got floral pins, get a floral wire. Cut about 4 or 3 inches and fold it in half like a U-bend. If you're new and you don't know what I mean, there's the floral wire. Cut about that much off, just like that, and then just fold it over so the two ends meet. So you've got that. So that is your, as we call it, your U-pin, like that. And you can use that to stick in as well. So that's another idea. If you haven't got any moss pins or you've run out, use a bit of floral wire. So So where I've placed that in now and I'm at the end, I will just cut it off. So we've got the bits that overlap. So I'm just going to bend those in like a Christmas gift. And that is, and I'm not overhanging on this end, guys, because my corners are now already covered and secure. Placing another pin, and now we're just going to go round. So before I take that one round, we'll bend that one over, and this is just to give the edges from secure, so they don't leak if it's raining. And again, I'm overlapping the wreath wrap as I go along, all the way around till I get to the other side. And it's quite good, this. You can place in your stems through it if you do 2 layers, 3 layers. I've tried it, so it does work by still being able to place in your stems. Fold that end over as well, so I'm coming right to the end. Again, just give it a little bit of a pull so it's nice and tight. So there we are. Place another floral pin in. You can place 2 in if you feel you need 2 in. I used to do 2, but 1 is plenty. So there is now our wreath wrap, all covered on the corners and all up here, ready to go in and attach. So the weather won't allow your foam to crumble. Some people say that, you know, well, what happens if you stick your floral wire in? Won't it, you know, won't the rain seep in? No, because you're putting glue on the end. So as soon as you put the glue in, the glue's settling on top. So that is stopping anything from seeping inside. So there we have that. And you have these spikes on either end. They go into your foam. So you just look where you want it and make sure it's correct. There you go. So you've heard that crunch. So now that is in and holding my foam. So I get cable ties and I place my cable ties through where the legs are. You may need, if you haven't got enough or longer ones, you may need 2. Now I'm going to need 2 because this doesn't go all the way around. So just place in. I'm going to pull that a little bit more so I can have it up and it's not underneath, because we need it flat underneath to sit on top of the gravestone. So pull tight, cut off the excess, do the other, bring it through the legs or the saddle. Let's make sure that this cable ties above, because that's square, we don't want that sitting underneath and making it wobble or uneven when it sits on the gravestone. Extra tight. And if you feel that you can't pull it tight enough, just get some needle nose pliers and let that help you pull and give you a bit more grip. Cut off the excess, so now it's flat underneath and it's gone around, so it's not going to come off. And as you can see, it's gone through my foam. So that is that. So then you would bend your legs over like so and try to make sure that they are the same. See, that's wobbling. That one. Oopsie daisy. That will be okay. Once it's on the gravestone, the customer will be able to alter it to how it needs to be. So that is that. So we've done, looks a bit higher on one side, but again, you can sort that out once you're on the gravestone, because once it's on the gravestone, by placing it underneath, your gravestone will be in between, and then just push these legs close together towards the gravestone. So let's start with our foliage. Again, I've chopped the odd bit, started chopping, but then I stopped. My son's doing his laundry, guys, and he keeps asking me, Mum, how do I do this? I don't know how many times I need to tell him. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make a big gravestone. The gravestone I've done before, I did quite big, but what I mean big is far out each end. So I'm just going to try and do a standard length, or just so it sits on it. So I'm putting glue on my stems, placing 2 of the elephant ears here, and I'm leaning them down, guys, because once it's on the gravestone, it will sit down over it. Where's the other one? I haven't cut anymore. And I'm going to bring one either end. Let me just have my coffee. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm producing is, and again, I'm just leaning it over, is a like a diamond shape. Then bend over like so, because you want it going downwards. Just lift that one up a little bit. So your diamond shape is here. There's your little point. Side, you point on the side, back to the top, to the side, down. So you've got that diamond shape. Now, and then I go in the corners, in each corner. But I don't want to take this leaf longer than the ones on the longest part of the foam. So I'm gonna go, I can just in there, push it quite far, because if you look, it's not longer than that one. And then just slightly bend that one down as well. And do the same on each corner, and I'm pushing the stem in right to the top, as far as the stem goes. And I've chosen the variegated one, again, like the ficus, just to act like it looks like there's a little bit of snow settled on the arrangement for your loved one, so they can enjoy a bit of Christmas spirit as well. And one more on this side. So then you've got it like that. So you've got corner, 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 middle, middle, bottom, top. So that's how it's placed. So I don't want no more of those. I can't remember what, oh, it's here. I'm going to treat myself to a new glue pan, but I'm going to try and see if I can go a bit smaller. But I want a square one. Well, I say glue pan, skillet pan, because that's all it is. So now we've got that, I want to move on to our ficus. So let me just place that there. Oh, I don't want to place it near the heat. So I'm going to cut, there's 3 stems on this ficus bunch, and I'm going to cut them down. I'm just going to see, I'm going to cut these in half again, so they've got 2 sets of leaves on each stem. So 1, 2. I think on the each end I may leave it 3, just for the length. So that one's got 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll cut this one at 3. Place that there. I'll save that one a moment, because what I'm going to do is a very similar thing. And I'm going to, because they're straight, your stems, just turn to the right, your stem at the bottom, turn the stem to the right, and nearer the top, turn it back to the left. So you've got that curve, and if you wish, then bend it downwards like that. So you've got more of a natural look than something that is flat. So you're just fluffing it up. So I'm placing these on here. Okay, on the, just at the top above our elephant ears. And this is going to give a bit of movement in the arrangement. And then I'm going to go side to side again. Just wipe that bit of glue. And then you can bend it over if you like. For movement, we will be placing things in between there. Like so. So you've got it again, your diamond shape here. There, 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 with your ficus. Let's just see if I need a bit. I'm going to place a little bit of ficus on the bottom. So let's cut some more down. So 1, 2, snip, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm cutting again where there's just 2 sets of leaves. One, 2. So I've just cut those. So again, just manipulate or move your stem around. We want that natural movement. And I'm going to go right at the bottom, just so these blend. It looks like it's from here, it's moved downwards. Again, I do like to see solid leaves on the bottom, but I do mix them up with things like ficus, you know, with a smaller leaf. Again, for that contrast and different texture. You could place a darker coloured leaf down there, but we will be placing things like our fern or our cypress. You know, mixing that up with this ficus. Because what we're creating at the moment, we're creating the nice fluffy movement of the arrangement. And I'm going to go in each corner as well, like I did with the elephant ears, but I'm going either side of the center elephant ear, so just in that gap there. Just lift that up. So we've got the movement, and we'll go this end as well. Just going to cut that stem a little bit short, and as you're placing in your stem, because this isn't only very thick, try, some people go in and they tend to, the hand movement goes down. Be careful of that because it will come through underneath. So I place it sort of like going upwards towards my face, so it doesn't go through the bottom. That one's not very good. That didn't go in very well. So let's try that again. Just turn it this way, guys, so I can see. Move that bit of glue. One more on this corner. So we've got it now like that. So I don't need the other ficus unless I want to just incorporate it up above. What I'm doing first, like I would when I did real flowers, I'm doing the bottom of my arrangement first, because as I start building up here, I may not be able to get to there as easily. I'm not saying you can't, you know, I'm just saying I may not be able to. So I'm doing the bottom first. I could easily get the ficus, let me just grab it again, cut bits off and bring them up here. I could do that now, you know, that is another way, if I show you, that I was taught. And then when you place them in on the top, you go corner, 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 corner. So you're going again like you just have around the bottom. Here, 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 and here. And then maybe one or two in the center. So you'd have those in there. and that would then you know, build it up to that sort of a height. So if I just do it that way to show you how you can also do it, it's not just one way. Again, I don't want the stems long because I don't want them protruding out underneath. So I would go here, leaning over to the corner like that, and again I'd bend that one down slightly because it's all I'm doing is building height. And then I'd go corner here, again build height and volume. Lift it up slightly to create that height. Like so. I could bring one here, a smaller piece, because I don't want it hanging too far. And another piece. Oops, a daisy, I slipped like so, and I'm not pushing it in too deep again, because in between here we will be placing elements, so I would do that. Let me just grab another one, guys, just to finish that. And then here, because now I'm going in the corner, 1, 2, 3. I'm using one with 3 sets of leaves, and I'm just going to go slightly higher, and I'm going around the center, just placing one in there, 1, 2, 3. Oops, I nearly put the leaf in the glue. And then one opposite it, like so. So that is all your ficus in. I usually tend to work around, I do it either that way, I do it, you know, or the other way, just do the bottom first. Oh, let me have a drink, guys. But it then looks full like that. So that is what we have created with our ficus and our elephant ears. So now I'm going to use, excuse me, our conifer. So as we go along, you will see by adding little bits in like this, it starts to bring it alive. So I'm going to place conifer around the bottom, or again, if you haven't got it, cedar, cypress leaves, whichever you know you can get hold of, because they all look very Christmassy. So now I'm going above just above this ficus. I could place it underneath, so I may place one above, one under. Let's have a look. Oops, that one's come off, so let me just glue that one back on. That, and then I could bring one down here, because these, when they sit on the gravestone, come down, because I will be placing it up like so, toward the stem up towards the top of the foam, so then that gives that look of it's hanging down instead of having to place it in like that and then bend it. So I would go under the elephant here, go up towards the top, and then just let that excuse me, hang like that, and that would be hanging over the gravestone. You don't want things that are hanging too low, because you still want to see, you know, the information about the person that's been carved on the gravestone, so you don't want it too long. There, we'll place this one. Did I place it right? Yeah, here. I'm just looking how I positioned it. There's that one, like so. So you've got top, bottom, top. And then, excuse me, this one I will be placing in just, I don't know, I'm going to place 2 in either side of this elephant ear as well. So again, I'm positioning it so it's, the stem is going up towards the top of the foam. So you've got it then on the sides like that. So then what you've done here, repeat it on this side. I've got all flocked snow in some of these conifers. So I was playing with the, I've got the flocked pine needles out earlier. So I'm going to repeat, so on the top here, so I'm going to go to on the top. I'm placing in my stem point and positioning it up towards the top. And you don't really need long stems. So that one's underneath the elephant ear. So, and then 2 on the side, and just hold it from under here. So there is our conifer all the way around. Again, if you're using cypress leaves, it's just the same positioning on your placement like so. Again, I've got still space to put other foliage. So now I'm going to move on top with the conifer. So again, I'm going inwards but to the corner, placing it over to the corner. Oh, I've got glue on my nail. Just bend the stem so it's slightly leaning, intertwine it, you know, with others. Or mingle it in. I don't know the correct word. Is it mingle or? I'm just coming in slightly a little bit more towards the centre with the conifer. Got some single ones there. And bring in this one here as well. So you've got those hanging. I've got some single ones here, so I'll place single ones here. And I'm just slightly bending it over. Oops, I've just caught that focus. And again. So. And then I'm going to bring two. I could bring one here. I could bring four in the centre. I'm just going to do two for now. Bring one just in front of this ficus, but again slightly higher, so it's giving us our height. And then one this side as well, because you've got these two single ones here. So that's with it with your conifer in. So I don't need these little bits here again, so we'll place these on the floor. So that's that. Now let's just have a look with this side, with the mountain pine. Yeah, I'm going to place in again around the bottom, the mountain pine. Let me just get this off. Again, let me just move things out of the way, guys, because I like it for that you're able to see. So what I'm going to do with the mountain pine, where you see the elephant here, ears here, these, I'm going to place them there, and they're going to be in like that to give again different texture to the other leaves. So I'm again going upwards, not too far up because I don't want it popping through the top either, and I can bend these over so I can give them that sort of a look, and then again just place things around it. Do the same on this side. Again, go up. And I'm filling in the bottom. And I'm going to do that on this side as well. Bend that down a little. That. So I've done the same on that, and now on the here. You've got your elephant ear there. I want to place one either side of those as well. Again, because I want to fill in these little gaps around here. And I'm just bending it over so it's got that slight curve motion. It looks like it's going to hang down. Bend. Just lift that up a little bit. So you've got that also on this side. So we'll do the same on the opposite side. I keep getting snow. And the elephant here, just and bend. If you've got some of these, if they're smaller, it doesn't matter if they're smaller than these, and you've got them, you know, and you'd like to use them, just do the same thing with them. You could put a pick on them as well. Like that. So we've got the mountain pine around the edge as well on the bottom. Doesn't that look nice and full? Now I could easily bring a couple here. I've got only one left here. Could grab another and maybe a couple either end. So again, I'm not going too far down. I'm just, because I need that height, leaving it slightly upright. And I'm going opposite where I've just placed that one. And again, slightly upright. I could bring two in here. So I'm going to go under this ficus on the end instead of looking like I've got a ring. So I'm taking this slightly further out. Let me just grab another one. And then do the same under the ficus. So now you've got it like that on top as well. Doesn't that look wonderful? It already looks Christmassy. Now, do I place in the boxwood because I want movement? Let's just pull one out. Oops, I've just pulled that one off as well. Oh, I can see where some of them have been, where they fell off. So let's glue that one on. Glue this one. Any more? I'm sure I'll find them as we go along. That's if they're on this stem. So I'm going to cut a stem off. One, cut that one off as well. Two, do I take that? Yeah. Three, and then I'm just going to cut this edge because that's where I've been cutting, so I'm going to snip that off because I don't want that sticking out when there's nothing on it. So I'm going to go at an angle, cut at an angle, so it doesn't look like it's square on the top. And then I've got this odd bit here, I don't know what that was for, but I'm going to take that off as well, so pull it out if you like. And I'm cutting flat at this against the actual stem, so it makes it flat on the stem. So that's 4. So I want to look, may keep that one and take another one off of here. Oh, I can see 2. Have I got 2? Yes. So let's glue these on. We don't want these coming off. And I'm not going to put lots of this in. I just want it for a little bit of wispiness. You know me, guys, I love wispy. If I can get that one in. There we go. Just take that bit of glue off around it. So that is 4, and all I'm going to do with these is bring them on top. I could easily bring them on the bottom. If I decide I want them on the bottom, then I'll bring some down for movement at the bottom. I could. Let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is go in the corner here. What I'm going to do instead is go in the corner just under the top. So then I can manipulate it and have a bit at the top, like these little bits, and then this going down the side instead of having to use more. So that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that in all 4 corners. So bring that one up, just, and then bend that one down. And do the same on here. I'm going, if I can show you just where the top of that line is, at the top of the foam, I'm sitting it there. I can just, I'm placing it like that, and these 2 little bits I'm pointing upwards. So let's get that ficus back down there. I'm bending this long stem that's sticking out so that leans over, and then these can stick upwards. So I'm doing it like that. And again, just place a bit of your greenery over things. You may think, oh well, that looks a bit odd sticking up. Oh, it won't do, guys. When everything's in, you'll barely even notice. So I'll do this one as well. I can bring those up. 1, 2. Bring the conifer bit. There's one either side instead. Bend that over. So then we've got it like that, just little bits of wispiness at the top, and then we've also got them hanging down the sides here at each end. So they will just move in the wind, like the spirits are moving around. So I'm not going to place any of that in. Oops, let me put that one back with it. There we go. Now I've got these, I'm going to place these in as well. Again, movement. And I'm going either side of this mountain pine. Again, slightly just leaning it. I don't want it sticking up like that. Let me just wipe that glue off. Just pull those off. Go either side. Again, bring that movement above because we've got it down here. So balance it out. Just bending the stem slightly. many have I got? 4. I may bring them here as well at the bottom. So let me cut these down all together so they're all the same length. And I'm going to go just in here. So we've got movement going down here, a bit of wispiness as well, and I'm going to take that either side here. Oh, I nearly lost where it were then. Okay, bringing what's at the top down below. Like that. So let's have a look at these ferns. Again, it's lovely and green. Once we start adding colour in, you'll see the difference. We want some in. I may bring some of this actually as well down to have some point, you know, something at the bottom with a bit of a point. I'm going to go right here. Now I'm going to have to, these are very easy to get in, so we'll do that on each corner as well. Underneath the elephant ear. That's where I'm going to start first, and then I'll move it around and place them elsewhere as well. They're very delicate, these, the stems. You feel like you've got nothing in your hand when you're holding them or trying to push them in. So under this elephant ear on the corner, like so, so it's got movement down there. Let's just straighten it. I don't know how they get so bendy. It's probably how I place them in the bucket. I just push them all together so they're all tightly in the bucket. Then I'm going to go in the centre under this elephant ear. Excuse my head, guys. Just hanging there, look. You can bend them, they do bend, so you can manipulate them. Do the same under this elephant ear on this side. Again, what you do on one side, do on the other. Like so. And then I'm going to bring some up here. Oh, I hope I haven't cut that stem too short. No. So I'm going to bring those there. And the way I've placed them is you've got your corner one there, so it's corner, in between, middle. So you're doing like a zigzag, down, up, down, up, down. So that's what we're aiming for with the placement of them. So this one's up as well. because that one's down, so it goes around this area. So you're basically placing these in between these, because you've got then your triangle. And then when you move to this side, let's just bring that up. You've got the one at the bottom and this middle one and this here. So you've got your triangle again. So that's the placement, how we are doing them. And do it again the opposite side. So you've got one on the corner, so you want one around here to just make that triangle. And on this corner as well. You've got corners, so you want it around here. Basically placing it opposite that one. Just push that in a little bit more. Like so. And then I'm going to bring some, because you've got now that there and that there on the top. So disregard the bottom, you've now got them on, you're looking at them from the top. So now you want one in the center to make your triangle above. So we're going to place it just here. So now you've got your triangle, and then do that on the opposite side. As well, so you've got your triangle there as well. Just try to keep remembering that, you know, when you're putting more, the same one in a lot, try to remember to form triangles, and then it will balance it out. Now I could easily, because we've got them on the corners here, bring one, oops, I've got two there, and place it here as well, because then I've got this here and the one at the bottom, again disregard that. So then you've got, now you've placed that one in, so you've got your triangle here now at the top. If I can just show you, perhaps not as saw. So you've got these two either side on the top. I've placed that in to make my triangle. Let me get rid of that glue. So now I can place another one here to make my triangle with this, this and this. So that is how you can add another piece, and I want to add a piece on either end to balance it out, so it doesn't look like it's everything is just placed on the side. So I just have that entwined with the rest. So now I've got my triangle here, here and here on the top. So on this side I'll do the same, so I place it under here, so then I'll have my triangle here. It may sound quite confusing, guys. I assure you, it used to do with me. I used to think, triangle, what is there? What are they on about, a triangle? But it does make sense. So now we've got that in. So I don't want no more of this. So we've finished with that. So there's quite a lot of foliage in. Again, I do like to do quite earthy style. I say earthy, like a grounded style, when it's funerals, because, you know, the person is, you know, being buried in the ground. We want to give that beautiful, you know, look of everything in the ground around them, which is now above them. I don't think I'm going to place those in, guys. Do I place them? I could place one either corner under the fern. So I may do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I may do that. In fact, oops, I pulled one out extra. So I'm going to place these cypress leaves in. Let me just bend the stem again, give it that natural look. And with these, I like the cypress, I like to stroke them down to open up the leaves, because instead of having them just like that, now from the side view you have got movement, and from this view, instead of flat on top, you have got natural looking movement. So I'm going to place these under here as well, just to fill in this little gap. So I'm going just before these corner ferns. So that's, and I'm going in each side. So I'm just hold the saddle. So you've got your fern here, so I've just gone before that. I'll do it on here. There's the fern, so I'm going here just before. Like that. So it's just closing off that little bit at the end, so it looks like there's something longer there and it doesn't go in and look odd. Now do that on this side as well. That's one. And then our last one. Just before the fern on the end here. So now it's all balanced. So as you can see, it's lovely. It keeps catching on my woolly jumper. All balanced nicely. Got a bit of pine sticking out there. Let me just get that. Hang on guys, I've got so you've got it like that on top, and oops, it's doing it again. Underneath you have that. So this flat piece here will sit on top of your gravestone. So hence the reason you don't want no stems popping out under here. So that is that. So let's just start and get a few berries. Now I've got 5. So I may place these. Let's just have a look. Coming out the side here. And again, you can manipulate these out however you'd like them to sit. And plus they've got pine in, so that adds that little Christmas touch. So if I just sit that there, and I can bring the clustered ones up above. Oh, I don't know why I don't just take the band up, guys. Silly me. Again, just open it out and just bend however you'd like it to be. to just place these in. I want to see the effect. Excuse me, guys. Then I'm going to place, and I'm placing these in the corner. I can just get that in like that. And one in this corner. Like so. We have got our poinsettias yet to go in. I don't want to bend that one down as far, but I'd like that to sit there. And our other berries I can dot around the bottom to balance it out. So that is what I'm going to do. Again, I don't want it too high, so I'm going to cut this one. Of glue, place this in right in the center. I can just get it. There we go. I don't want it any higher than that. And then now I'm going to place these in. I'm going to just chop a little bit of the end off because I want that 45-degree angle, or maybe I'll do it at a 22. Which is a sharper point, and I'm going in now diagonally. Like so. Isn't that pretty? And I'm doing it where I'm placing the cluster up above. Bring that cluster up. And again, just cut. And I'm not placing it in the edge there, I'm placing it where the position that the stem's going is on top, and I'm pressing it in and then sliding it. So that, again, just mix some other foliage in with it so it blends in. And then our last one. So from the top, now you have that. Doesn't that look nice? With the nice cluster, and then the ones that are the glossy ones around that, you know, are just not as much. The cluster ones are lovely. So now we've done that, let me just get rid of these bits of wire. We're going to get our others. Oh, now we're going to pop these in, because what we've now got on top we need to bring down. We can't leave that plain. So we need to bring these down as well, and they will be coming down here, you know, along this line. So you've got top, bottom, this one in the centre is classed as the top, and then you've got bottom, top, and so on. Because once we start getting our, I get one, we're going to be placing the poinsettias in and around, which will add that little bit extra, and plus with our pine cones as well. So I've got different types of berries. Oh gosh, berries. So I'm just going to use what I've got in here. I'm not going to pick any specific type. I'm just going to grab them out. So we've got a, you know, a variety. I don't want the ones that, oh, do I? I might put those on the ends. I've got two I can see. So we'll use those for the ends. So we'll start with that. So these with this on it, I'm going to, just like plastic berry cluster, I'm going to place together on the ends. So just under our elephant ear. And just grab my hand around it properly. So just put that there, and then do this one. Do the same under the elephant ear. Just grab the bottom. Now I want to go down here. So I'm lifting that up and placing that. I can get it down there. I'm doing the same with this one. Bending that one slightly down as well, so we've got berries at the bottom. Oh, I can't pick them up. Do the same on the opposite side. Those on the bottom as well. I'm going to put some on each corner. So let's, I've got some. So I want 4. I say I'm not bothered which sort I place in, but I'm going to stick to the same. 2, 3. Oops, I think I've pulled that off. Oh, I have. Oh, I've pulled that off. Let me place that on a pick. So I'm going to place them each on the corner as well. I don't think I will. want it that long. So what I'm going to do is just, you can see, use some as a bit of depth. Do that on each. And then that should really, I think, apart from the centre there, be all for our berries. Just for that depth. I don't want the greenery with it. Just one either side, just here. And then that's definitely that with our berries. We'll place one just under here. Like so. So that is that, guys. So we don't need none of these out now. I'm not sure that I'm going to place in some holly with it having the berries on as well. If you wish to place in the holly instead of these berries, or as with the berries, you know, that you can. There's, you know, nothing stating. I've got 4. Well, I could cut the berries off. Let's just get these. I've cut 4 down. Oh. One, 2, 3, 4. Those ones. I don't want those. So let's have a look how these are, or I could just pull those off and just have this as the greenery. That one's quite long. I'm gonna, I think maybe bring them like so at the sides, or near to the side. Take the berries off. Let's have a look without the berries. That's quite nice. I could save these berries and place a pick on them. Or if you know, use for another project. So we've got one long, there's one quite long, or longer than the others. So, do I place it here? Right, I know where I'm going to place them. So I can see it this side. And I'll show you. It's going just, I'm going to bend it slightly so it looks like it's leaning over. There. Where's the other one? And that one. There. I'm going to have to chop this one. And this one, just bend it there. So then on top, you've got it like that, with the going over like a letter X, or I call a kiss sign. So it's like you're kissing the person who's no longer around. It's sending them a kiss of with the holly. I think that's a lovely thought. And there's a gap here anyway, so it fits lovely just there. And then we're going to put our poinsettias in. I've got the ivy still, but that I'm going to use as like filler, just in case. And then, how many have I got of these? I don't even know how many I pulled out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 8. Or do I bring some down below as well? Let's get the poinsettias in. Right, first of all, I want one, and now with your poinsettias, oh, I've just pulled one off. Oh God, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight, guys. I'm really so heavy-handed. Right, let's glue that on. Oops, wrong way. That's silly. So what I need to do, I think we'll start at the bottom and work up. 1. I'm just going to place these in. 2. Again, now with the flowers, we're going to build that diamond shape at the bottom. And I'm just placing these in. 3. 4. Because you want your floral at the bottom as well. I'll just place that there. And then in between that one and that one on your diamond shape, place, I can just get it in. One here on each corner. Again, I'm just placing it. 2. 3. Get it in. 4. 5. 6. So basically, they may fall out, guys. I'm just going to lift up slightly to show you. So it will be like that. So you've got your diamond shape on your longest ends, your shortest ends at the bottom, and then on top you've got them in all 4 corners, and then 2 in the center around your berries. So that is how they're going to be placed. And again, I'm going to bring them just slightly out a little bit on here. I don't want them, you know, in the exact position as these 2 on the corner. I want the flowers to show you that diamond shape. So that's that, and I'm gonna just go along from left to right. Let's just get some foam. So I can't feel the foam. There. So that's in there. On the opposite side. To look for here, in the centre. I'm not cutting too much off of here because I still want that height in the centre. And I'll go to the side. Again, it's going to be longer on the bottom. They are sticking out longer than the ones on the top. Oops! Oh my goodness! I don't know what's wrong with me. I've pulled that one off as well. Do that again. Done that one, so then that one. So, I'll go up here. Again, I don't want that sticking out more than what this one is on the bottom, because when it's lifted up, I like to see the diamond shape with the flowers. Those look right. So that is from the top how it looks. Look at that glue string with your diamond here, here, and at the top, and then here, and then your 4 corners, and then your 2 in the center. So then that will balance it all out. And then we need filler foliage. Well, let's just get in some of our pine cones. So I'm just gonna go above this poinsettia with one. And I'll do that on the opposite side. That in there, just, and then I'm going to go around here above the poinsettias. I could bring them either side. There we go. And do it here as well. And then on top, I'm going, oops, let me just separate that so I don't touch anything. One here, one here, one here, in all four corners. Bring the earthy feeling above as well. Just get one more. We'll just take that off, guys. That wire. And then I'm going to get a pick. Put some glue on it. I'm just putting it where the tightest part, where the cones are more closed together than open. Cool. Just see. Do I put those all? Just bear with me a minute, guys. I'm going to put some lotus heads on. Let me just get some more of that. going to turn these over that many times. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think so. Just here, guys, where we've got all the pine cones and everything, I'm thinking of placing some lotus heads, if it, just around here. I think as well to bring that woody effect. So if I've got the bigger heads out, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get those out for now. So where's the picks? And I'm going to place picks on these as well. So again, I just put a bit of glue on the end, turn them upside down and push it in. That's it. Nothing more. They're very easy. Oops, I don't mean throw them away as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with 4 for now. Wipe off any excess glue. See, the glue seeped out there, so I just wipe that off. Like so. Right, I've just seen a conifer leaf that's fell off, and so if that's there, then where's this one come from? I'll find it and place it back on. Right. So let me just do this side. Hold it under here. And bring these lower down just to bring a bit of the earthiness down below. So what I'm going to do, should I do it before the pine? Yeah, just before the pine. Put that one in. Keep hitting the, oh my goodness. There. Bring that down there, the lotus head. Do the same with this one. There's a gap here. Definitely needs filling. There. So we've got now our ivy. So I'm going to dot this around. Now wherever I may see gaps, I'm just going to use this now as our filler. Because because I don't want to place anything else in. Again, I like it to stay more traditional and grounded, you know, for the loved one, but not over the top. Whoops, dear. I keep forgetting I've got my stool behind me. And when I touch it, I lose balance. Oh well. So I want one here. I can see a little gap there. So then the rest will start working his way downwards, and you can have even some, you know, just like sticking out for a bit of movement. You don't have to have them all placed in tight. We like movement. Just so there's a bit of a gap here. Fill that in. And there's one here too. If you've not got no ivy, look for a leaf that spreads like that. You know, what's going to cover a majority of the area. Saves you placing in smaller foliage to where the point is that you're going to be putting lots and lots in because it's small. Try and get a leaf where it's got quite, you know, it can spread like the ivy or like the solar, anything like that, just to give it a bit of what it'll cover, you know, cover quite a bit. Got one left here. I'll stick in the middle. I like to do that if I have one left. Stick it in the middle with the rest and give that bit there. So that's that. So guys, that is our Christmas grave saddle arrangement done for the lady Mary Kelly. She wanted an idea of how to do it, and you know, bless her. So when you turn it up, you will get that effect. Let me just get rid of all this. Oh, I haven't got the bin right underneath me. Like that. Just make sure I've come through with one stem only. I think they may have been, actually, if I'm being quite honest. What's at the top? It looks like the ivy. I think it may be the ivy. So if you have come through, just snip it off And if you, so that's better. And if you feel that you may think that water will get through, dab a bit of glue over where you've come through with the stem, just to cover that little hole up. So over there, young man. So that's what we've done today, is a Christmas grave saddle arrangement for the lady Mary Kelly, as she requested, and also she's already thanked me for doing it. I've already received a mess, so thank you for the request, Mary. So all we've basically used is our conifer, our fern, our mountain pine, ficus, cypress leaves, a few picks with the pine needle on, berries, boxwood, our poinsettias, our pine cones, our holly, where I took the berries off because we've got plenty of berries in. Let's have a look. Oh, our elephant ears. I'm looking underneath, guys. And our elephant ears as well. And then oh, and our fern as well, and we use some of that. And I haven't gone to, oh, and our lotus heads as well. I haven't gone too far over. You can see the legs here. I've not got too far over, because once it sits on top of the gravestone, you don't want all your flowers, unless you specifically ask for that, hanging down in front of all the the information about the one who's sadly passed, so covering the name and everything. You don't want that, so don't droop it right down. But that is a Christmas one, what would sit lovely on top. And again, once Christmas is out of the way, you can take the flowers out and some things, and then just put some like roses in instead. You could keep the greenery in, that's fine. Conifer again, and boxwood is an all year round plant. Ivy, you grow that all year round. Cypress leaf, pine needles. You go in a forest and you see pine needles. They're an all year round plant or tree. So all you need to do, if you don't want these in, and the lotus heads or the berries, pull those out and your flowers, and just pop some different roses in, and that will make it look, in the place where these are, and that will make it look beautiful for the spring or the summer. So I hope you enjoyed that, Mary Kelly, and I hope that's helped you, my darling. So that's our project done for today, and that would sit lovely upon somebody's graveside, on their gravestone. So I'm just going to put the camera on. Oops a daisy. And I'm just going to show you the project, like I said, before I move. I did a project, as I was saying, when my friend Colette came to see me at the weekend, and I was using a pink jewel. It was a swag. I hope you like, guys. That's as far. There's the jewel. There's a ribbon that I made, and the pinks and the silvers. I haven't finished it yet. And then, so that's what I've been doing. So anyway, back to this. Here we have our berries, our ivy, our foxtail fern, our pine cones, our lovely poinsettias, just with a little bit of glitter. I didn't want to overwhelm it. I don't like to do that for funerals, unless specified. Our cluster berries as well, our pine needles, our lotus heads there, our conifer here, our cypress leaves, Where's the elephant ears? Let's grab one. Our elephant ears here, and our variegated ficus, and our boxwood here, and our mountain pine here as well. If I've forgotten anything, guys, so sorry. But that's basically what we've done to sit on top. I like big, guys, me, sorry. I said I wasn't going to do it big, didn't I? And I think I have gone big. So it's very full, but that's my signature style, guys. I like things to look full, unless, again, you know, the customer specifies otherwise. So, but yes, so if that's something to place on top. So I hope that helps, Mary. So, oh, and there's the cat. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. It's like you don't want to see it. It's checking my work, guys. He's my quality controller. That's what he is. So what time are we on? Because he's not due. No, he's not due for 2 hours for his food. Yeah, no, you're not. No. Don't be greedy. So I hope you all have. Let me just have had a good experience doing it. I don't think I can get this back on, guys. Let's have a go. Oh, let me just bring up the camera. So I hope you enjoyed that. I like doing funeral things anyway. It's not that I mean, I had one subscriber thought I was miserable liking funeral flowers. I soon deleted them. But no, why be miserable? It's about somebody you love who's no longer around. But anyway, disregard that, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that, and that's it from that angle as well. I think it's lovely. It's very traditional. I like that, and earthy looking. So I hope you had a wonderful time. Please subscribe, share and like to the world, to everybody who you know, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much, guys, again, for keep subscribing to my channel, keep, you know, sharing to other people and sending me your comments wherever you're from. You know, I love you all and thank you so much. It's really, really, you know, kind of you and very touching and heartwarming. There's some wonderful people out there, and you're just like my big family. So I hope you all have a wonderful time. Thanks, hon. And have a wonderful day. Keep crafting, and I'm sure you're going to do some fabulous work. And if you'd like to send me some pictures, my email is theflowerpatch2401@gmail.com. So I'll repeat that again. I ought to write it down for you guys. The flower patch, all one word, 2401@gmail.com. So if you'd like to send me some pictures, I'd be more than happy to have a look. Or if you're stuck on anything as well, or you've created something and you think something's amiss and you'd like a bit of advice, if you know, somebody else who may spot what might be amiss, then I'm happy to help. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. You know, again, keep crafting. God bless, good health, and please, if you're in the UK or wherever you are and it's cold, especially I know tonight's -1, wrap up warm. And Sandra, you please wrap up warm as well, my darling, because you worry me. So I'd like you to stay warm. Also, I'll tell your son. So, and again, everybody else, you know, wrap up warm. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I love you all. Bye.